It's looking good. Be going good. Nope. Hit that on the dashboard right now. Alright, tweet. Come on. Come on, tweet. Tweet, tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. That is not the tweet I was looking for. There's the tweet I'm looking for. Alrighty then. Hello, Internet. Peace here with EA live stuff. I've been listening to Easy Allies' pre-show talk for a little bit. See what they had to say about anything maybe coming up. Apparently we're getting the Unravel 2, but I heard about that yesterday from somebody I follow on Twitter. So we're most likely going to get an Unravel 2. Maybe the Star Wars game from Respawn, possibly. That's up in the air. We're getting something from Respawn, because apparently they're working on 3 different projects. One Star Wars, one VR title, and then a third title that we don't know that might be Titanfall related to some variety. Who knows? So, if I sound a bit down, I'm not. E3's here, and I'm like, eh. Mostly because I'm just not in the mood. I was just thinking about some stuff, and just, that got me down. But this probably perked me back up. That and sitting down with some Splatoon 2 tonight for Rampant Gaming, which, by the way, is going to be about 9 o'clock or so. And me and Tommy are probably going to be talking about this press conference as I fill him in on whatever happens here. I know, I want to say it's EA keeps tweeting out, or it keeps being retweeted, a GIF of what I assume to be the Anthem trailer. So, no, it's Anthem's actual Twitter. So yeah, we are getting an Anthem thing, to no one's surprise. I fully expected Anthem. Actually, fuck, where did I hear this from? Co-optional podcast. Essentially EA's answer to a Destiny, which I can't deny that it does look very much in line with Destiny in a lot of ways. But let's see how it turns out. Give it a fair shake. Oh, for those wondering, I just have the stream muted. They actually, Twitch has actually set up a dedicated co-stream channel, because there's no player stuff, there's no anything. It's just click, mute, click, or click to unmute, click to mute. And now I'm being a dick.
I'm gonna have some time, and that's just one job that you can get in the games industry, but perhaps playing video games is the job you want. That's right, playing the games. How about playing the games way before they even come out? EA has playtesting available for you. That's right, you can be a gameplay tester. That means playing games months, sometimes years before they come out, and having the opportunity to help develop that game and make
and
sure
get
that
durable
it's
pay.
the perfect game and the game you want it to
Yeah,
be.
no, I think we're good. I also have this wonderful little extension that lets me do this. Oh,
You
I'm
can find
gonna
the
mute it.
perfect career path for you in testing video games. It sounds so amazing. You don't live in those areas? There's something in there for you too. Why? Because you can possibly test games from the comfort of your own home.
I was about to say, video, you want to catch back up there?
Leave the bed. You could just be hanging out in your jams, testing video games, giving your feedback, and helping how these video games are made. So once again, EA.com/playtesting. Go there, find out all the information. You'll make
Stream's
a
having a bit of derpage. Might be my say my internet, but I have dropped frames. Maybe not.
And telling me what's coming out, so I know all the secrets. Because who doesn't want to do that? I want to do that.
Yeah, I believe we got low
So
latency
again,
on.
Go check it
So
out.
what the
And now we're
hell
gonna go
is
ahead
it? The
inside and
extension?
see what Andrea's doing. I think she's busy. She looks a little too busy for me. But look at all those people in there sitting down, hanging out. getting ready for the show.
No,
EA
it's
Play
just a
is
stream. Good, wonderful.
only a few minutes away.
I love a skippity stream.
And that is what's happening inside the Palladium. But I want to learn a little bit more about the Palladium itself. And that's why I found my man Dylan right here. Dylan.
How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
All right.
Tell me about the Palladium.
Damn it,
what is it
Shinta,
about
now
this
you
venue
get...
that makes it so special and keeps EA coming back for each EA Play?
So the
Now you put out your Volume 4 review. It went out earlier, but I think the links broke. I think he was doing some testing stuff on the YouTube end. Damn it. Well, I guess I'm watching this after. Or watching that after this. Yeah, if it sounds like I'm not excited for EA, I'm not. I don't think the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra events happen just yet. Actually, let me look. I think it's tonight. Do. Stream. Stream, you wanna... Wow, fantastic. Thanks, Twitch, for doing a dedicated co-stream, and then it breaks. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I think it's tonight. Which is why I haven't seen anything Kingdom Hearts related. Supposedly, we might be getting 3 trailers, or at least 3 videos related to Kingdom Hearts, due to some information that got found out through the Kingdom Hearts YouTube being updated. Oh, good thing I refreshed in time. Oh, are we starting with FIFA? No, we're starting with Montage. I was like, oh goody, we're starting with FIFA. Yay. Yeah, we're starting with Montage. That is a lot of footage of Battlefield 5 that we already saw from the teaser. Taking off with it. So can they see this in the audience, or is this only a thing we get to see? Kicking off with Anthem, I see. Yay!
Oh my gosh, how cool was that? So that was Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play.
Okay, so you get to tease us with the giant rock type in Anthem, but first,
face around here.
what?
So this year,
What?
EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're ready because we're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival.
Oops.
Where thousands of gamers can
come and
play
caused a
games
buffer.
for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor and I gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys.
We do not need a breakdown of what's going to happen. Just go.
It's going to be awesome.
Go.
Then we've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course...
Oh, please tell me you're not going to do what the Battlefield 5 reveal did. No, that was boring as fuck.
Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show. let's get things started.
Hi, teleprompter. That. Okay.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off.
A
It's
very
been 2
subdued
weeks
crowd
since we
here
revealed
today.
a Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting. There's been a lot of speculation and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works. You want to know more about our take.
You know,
on the
because you
Second
didn't show
World
a
War.
goddamn
So
thing at the
today,
reveal
we'll
event,
show
I
you
think.
more
I think it was
gameplay and
mostly
why this is
people
the
just
deepest
talking
and
about
most
it.
immersive Battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages. And our renowned distraction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing you for you, as they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow.
Yay,
So,
plug
our
a
month of
conference in
October
your
is just
conference.
the beginning.
Wonderful.
We'll all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass.
Hey, the thing we've decided not to do because you've
Every
all
day,
decided fuck that
We'll bring
nonsense.
something new. And as part of that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's Royale.
Ah, here we go.
It's Royale reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring
Great.
those pillars of Battlefield
First,
with
the
destruction,
COD, and
team
now
play,
the bass.
vehicles into this new
Who's
experience.
next?
So we will bring you experience that you haven't played
I love
before,
how people are excited,
in
being like,
Battlefield
Battle Royale and
or
everything,
anywhere
cool!
else.
I'm just going,
But more about that
you are going to be
later
burnt out
this
by
year.
this in a year. I
So with
guarantee you.
that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
I'm actually surprised they're not doing a live demo of this, but I guess that's something they're saving for their own stuff outside the conference. These are a lot of short clips that make me very suspicious. 'Cause that looks better than the footage you showed earlier. Like, there's gameplay mixed in here, but there's very obviously some cutscene stuff in there as well, which I don't know why we're mixing in the cutscene stuff. Yeah, that told me nothing of your conquest mode, okay.
Ikke en dråpe. Jeg elsker deg.
Zeus!
Okay, so we are getting 2 female protagonist stories. So that's the Norwegian story, I believe. And I assume the girl that's on the box art with the prosthetic arm is another story that they haven't told us yet. That I swear I've seen a picture of her with both her arms, like official art of her with both her arms, so I'm wondering if they've spoiled their story there. And here's the FIFA, EA's literal best-selling game, I believe. Like, FIFA makes them shit tons of money, especially internationally. Ah yes, on Frostbite. The only engine for EA games. EA really wants all their shit to be on Frostbite. Which, from the horror stories I read about developing on Frostbite for Andromeda, I can only imagine the shit they have to go through to get, like, FIFA working on this stupid engine. Because, like, it's designed to do Battlefield, and Battlefield-like games. It's not designed to do anything else. You literally have to hand make everything else you need for your own game. So, like, a FIFA game, there's a lot of internal stuff they had to make in order to get it to run on Frostbite to start with, and work on Frostbite. I assume that's the World... That's not the World Cup, is it? I don't know what that is. Oh. Is that the European?
That's the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football.
Okay.
Where the world's best clubs compete, and icons of the game like
I was about to say,
Gerrard
that's not the
and
World
Cruyff
Cup
cemented
trophy.
their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19.
Yay.
I'll tell you a little bit more about that.
I am tuning out
the
now.
UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise. And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode. Your club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter will pursue Champions League glory in your story mode, The Journey, and in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic
that's not even...
Champions League
Fuck, that
content.
was under 10 minutes.
We'll share more
Jesus.
details on that, along with all our other Ultimate Team
Whoever
features
said 10
later this
under
summer.
10 minutes for a Battle Royale,
And all that's just the beginning.
here's your shot,
As you know,
because
the heart
damn.
and soul of FIFA is gameplay. And this year, we're giving you the tools to
shouldn't be too
control the
surprised.
pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year. So we look forward to everybody experiencing the game on the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's
Holy
our
shit, that's
FIFA
another
19
September game.
news, headlined by the UEFA
I think September's
Champions
got at
League.
least
But I
8
just
major
wanted to
titles
take a
coming
minute
out right
to
now.
pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. You know, growing up, there's 2 iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy.
Ah,
The
yes, that
World
trophy
Cup.
we couldn't get here because it's currently in Russia for the
And
World
with the
Cup.
tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the
Yeah,
world to
5
compete
days.
for it in FIFA 18.
Yeah, we couldn't fly that
As
that
you
one
can
out for the press
imagine, all of
conference.
us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch. But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't qualify this year. Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Oh god, those stock animations,
you
those
see
stock
any
character
fans in the
models that
room, and
aren't
that's still
even that
staying?
detailed.
And Leo
20
isn't the only
years
one who's
and we are
excited.
still
FIFA 18 players are
just being
loving the
like,
World Cup experience so
the
far.
audience doesn't have to
But we
be
don't want to
anything
stop there.
detailed.
We want to invite everyone to come and join the
At
celebration.
least they're 3D
So I'm
models.
pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through Origin Access. Yeah, you can download and play
Origin.
the entire game right now.
Ah, yes, EA's answer to Steam. That I don't think it's turned out that well.
So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
And this summer will bring so much more for FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and auf Ravistan!
It is the big day, on the biggest stage, at the World Cup.
Alright. We got FIFA out of the way.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's next?
EA Sports FIFA 19. You know, the FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years.
You call it a disruption?
And so
It's
over the last couple of weeks,
competition.
you'll have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world.
Oh.
For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week, we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready.
Unfortunately,
for
I don't
full
think the US has the
market prime time
infrastructure
yet, but it is
for
a
this.
promise of what we hope to bring you in the future.
Like,
The
I
second
don't
part
think it
of that,
really
of course,
does.
is
To be
subscription.
honest,
And we started
Super
subscription
Bunny
a number
Hop
of years
has a
ago,
video
and many
on
millions of you have signed
game
up
streaming
and
or these
experienced
streaming
the joy of
services
being able to have
and
full
the idea of the tech.
to a great catalog of
If y'all want
games.
to check it out, it's really good.
Today,
Really encourage
we're
y'all to check out
announcing
Super Bunny
Origin
Hop's videos. He has
Access
really
Premiere.
uh,
So 3 things
thoughtful
you need to know
material.
about it. Origin Access Premier will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade. Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come. Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Yay. I was about to say, what was that, Byron? Wait a minute. What was Arkham City doing there? That's not an EA title. Yeah, that's Warner Brothers. That's not EA. What? Well, that was Arkham City or Arkham. When did? There's something about the Arkham games in EA that I don't know about.
What's up? So I'm here sitting inside the crowd at EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
We're gonna talk about whatever you're doing for Respawn or whatever Respawn's doing.
New games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah. So, you guys may have seen that Vince
Can we
was
quit pandering,
tweeting
please?
yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got
wonderful.
any guesses? I bet you the
Okay,
one
what is this?
I hope so.
Is this the single player title
So
that
the Star Wars name is
was
Jedi
under
Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
Ow.
So Vince, you got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so.
So for showing 3 and 4.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
3 and 4.
Between 3 and 4.
Okay.
As soon as you say dark times, oh, it's 3 and 4. Of course, it's fucking 3 and 4.
Any other tidbits?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
So you're telling us nothing.
Bad
Fantastic.
time. Does that
Wonderful.
mean this could just be
Wonderful.
all?
Do you have a trailer for us?
Serious.
It's amazing.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
Next year.
It will be holiday of next year, 2019. Not
Holiday next year. Why are we having this conversation? If you're not going to show me anything for it, don't talk about it.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today.
Am I wrong in thinking that this game...
We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Let me guess, Battlefront 2 nonsense that I don't give a shit about? Yes, wonderful. Anyway, like, is this the game that Dead Space developers were working on that Respawn picked up after they got shut down? So that's that single player to multiplayer experience?
I'm really happy and excited.
Like, is it that game, or is it another one of the Star Wars games that EA gets to exclusively make? Because of course EA gets to make all the Star Wars games. Disney gave them the contract for it.
Quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead.
the thing you should
So
then
from there,
start with.
we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And thank you. It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all.
So, what
We
Battlefront 3
know
was supposed to
that
be.
you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Yay!
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce
Oh, Grievous.
the
Hi,
most
Grievous.
powerful droid,
We miss
the leader of
you.
the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Wait, is old
Finally making
Obi-Wan
his
in the
debut
game?
Battlefront after all these years. So, but we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, as well as someone to bring balance to the Force.
Dooku's already in the game.
Obi-Wan's
It's
unruly
Sidious.
Padawan, Anakin
Are we
Skywalker.
gonna get young Dooku? With his red lightsaber and his
The
drill
team
attack?
at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that
Oh,
this game
you
has
had
a
beyond
bright
a rough
future.
start. Let's be honest
Thank you
here.
very much for playing the game, providing
You
us with your
damn
feedback,
near got
talking
Disney
to us.
going.
Together, we will make this the
Maybe
greatest game
you
that we can
shouldn't have the
possibly
Star Wars
build.
license.
There would be no Battlefront
That
without you.
that
So
straight
thank you.
up
May the Force be
almost
with you,
happened
and enjoy
because
the
of you.
rest of E3. Thanks.
You had legal shit go down. And the reason loot boxes are now being taken out of everything is because of you. Don't even act like it was a rough start, because that is underselling the fuck out of it. Hi, Unravel 2. You were revealed yesterday. Oh, see, you're certainly looking like you're gonna have a bad day. I'm gonna assume that's bad. That is a very wet sock puppet.
Hi, it's really good to see you.
Oh, this is the same guy. I thought he was a different guy.
We used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find
Co-op?
hope, and you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled, and it leads you off on an adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2.
Co-op. I never played the original
It's a
Unravel,
game
but it did look neat.
about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with two characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend, but there's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure. This game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier.
That is, I was about to say
and
that's
more
some moon physics, but no, they're
But above
trampolining
all,
on the yard. I was
it's
just
a
like,
lot more
they got
playful.
some mad
And we
hops
think
in
it's
this
a
game.
worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now. So I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage. So a producer at Coldwood.
Wow, we are 30 minutes in,
And
and we are
we're gonna
just
try
now
to show
getting
you
a
a little bit of
demo.
what I'm talking about.
Ooh,
About
we're
how you can play the game
short on
in
demos
co-op
this
with
year to
yourself,
start off with.
essentially.
So this wasn't prepared.
There we are. So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we actually tried to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places
Also,
that were, like,
you don't have to worry
fun,
about the
exciting.
AI fucking you up. Good. Very good.
And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters, because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across. So I guess I'll jump in at this
Yeah,
point.
come join me. So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue. A little
That is actually really good foresight on their part.
And the bird is back.
Oops.
I believe that's a turkey.
Okay, playing it safely now.
Oops.
I'll swing.
All right. Nice.
And I'll catch you.
There you go. Can I swing now?
Okay, you go ahead. So here it goes.
Oh.
Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, that might be the
Got it?
most frightening turkey ever.
Oh, very nice.
Oh.
Faster.
Oh, come on. A turkey's not that dangerous.
Well done. Okay, I'll go up and distract the grouse. You can.
I'll sneak up here.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah. Look at me. There you go.
Keep him over to the left. Now I'll go.
All right. I'll pull you up. There you go.
Now, it's not the most complex of games,
now we
but
can breathe
it
again.
looks like a neat little,
Or
like 12-hour co-op game, more than likely.
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2, yeah, I really hope you like it. And
It's probably the one
before
thing
I
I've
go,
liked so far
I
out of
just
EA's
wanna
press
send
conference, but
some love to
I
the team back
am
home
not
because
the person for
working on
this.
this game has been a completely amazing team effort on so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
Although, you know, thinking about the Star Wars game, that name sounds kind of odd. Jedi Fallen Order is like, when you just call it Fallen Order. Like, why does like Jedi Fallen Order? Like, that reminds me of the Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy games in terms of its naming scheme, but unless they are somehow pulling from there, which, oh, good luck, have fun pulling from there. Because you fuck that up, there have been two Star Wars video game franchises you fucked up. But that's like my only guess. Is my only guess for why it's named like that. Because I would think just doing Star Wars Fallen Order, that would be enough. Or like, just doing Jedi Order would probably be alright. No, Fallen Order sounds better. Why is the Jedi tacked on in there? Unless they're doing something related to the Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy games. Would be the only reason you have the Jedi title in there, because that makes sense with the naming schemes of those.
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids.
And they are the only ones brave enough to demo their games on the floor.
Is that we will make Unravel 2 available
or at the press conference, at least. Not on the floor. At the press conference.
You heard that right. You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
Well then.
So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and The Way Out. And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember Game Awards as well. I think I did.
I was adjusting the screen a little bit.
In March, that game caught fire. It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why
I'm kind of curious to see what those guys will do next, but probably not going to hear from them for a couple of years. They probably only just now started on their next project.
Title from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
I actually heard about this from Easy Allies' talk. Apparently this was at a previous EA press conference.
Thank you, Patrick.
Take a breath.
During the pitch, how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited.
Take a breath, darling. It's okay.
A little too excited.
You wouldn't be the first person to be way too nervous at an EA press conference. Actually, this makes it, what, 3 years in a row, essentially?
We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS, as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how like the concept seems to just float out of me like right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways so that players who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath
how
it all.
exactly do we play
Sea of Solitude
this?
is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope.
I'm
This is what being
curious
human is all
about
about.
this, but the fact that we
And
haven't gotten
that's
anything
what
like,
our game
is this a
is all
2019
about.
release?
Thank you.
Is this
Nope.
real?
This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run. A new day is here, but nothing is new. Alone in my room, I tremble for you.
Early 2019, alright. It looks interesting, it looks cool. Very, very much in line of a lot of artsy indie games.
But I'm not the only one. We are the one. We can shut you down, and we can put you on an island. Crossover, gather, game. And we're balling. Be ready.
So, did we have to change the script for this since the NBA Finals ended yesterday with Golden State Warriors going, we're done playing the Cavaliers tonight. We're taking the title.
Or be the answer, as long as you hold your course. Just remember though, wherever you call home, whatever your fit, or however you ball, you're on my court. I'm the one. I'm the one. And this is my squad.
My name's Shay Kivlin, aka Young Kiv. I'm from Seattle, Washington. The only
Oh, so we're just gonna roll through the not as important EA Sports titles, Madden NBA, and I feel like they do something else, but I can't think of it.
And here he is now in his first championship game, looking to accomplish a goal.
3rd and 4, throws it low. T.Y. drops it.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead.
40-19.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have a incredible matchup. It's a rematch. Touchdown, Kev. He throws it high, and young Kev is going to be your champion.
again on TV.
Happy face, no! Madden 18 champion.
He's finally done it.
Hey, that was the thing for WrestleMania this past year. Usual promoting of EA Sports'
I've been good.
esports
You
stuff.
still recovering from that butt whooping?
Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that a lot. As you guys know, this is Young Kiv, Madden 18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kiv, y'all. Give it up. Young Kiv, how has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at today.
At least this kid knows how to wear a belt.
I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school,
Like-
I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm.
Like, he
Then I picked
knows,
up Madden,
hey,
and at
championship
first,
belt on the
I was
shoulder,
really bad. I was
wear
getting
it
blown out of
proud.
my mind, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it.
I
Eventually,
think
I
he
made my
could
first tournament,
improve his
but I had
grip
a
on
big
it, like,
decision. It was the
get
same
it,
time as
like,
my graduation.
up and over the belt.
Okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to a tournament. So, like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough.
Are
I've had
we
a lot of
literally doing
devastating
an interview?
losses. I've been so close so many times.
Okay.
I made the final on TV and got blown
Why is
out
this all in
by
the
all
press
those
conference?
losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's how I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you.
That is a standard championship
Well,
belt,
today,
sir.
EA played,
I don't know what you're talking about.
First look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to bore you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, round 2. So we're out. Have a good day.
Yep, here's your Madden footage.
Worked
And
your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. You battled through the pain and failure.
I was about to say, Madden, I think, has better crowd than FIFA, but no. But I think it's the same crowd. It's the same 3D model, not that well rendered crowd.
And you rise so that you can truly see.
I have to wonder if it is. I want to know now. Is it the same crowd? Is it the same animations and stuff?
Moments that got you here.
They just make one toolkit to render the audience. Like the FIFA team, the Madden team, and okay, I can't say the NBA team share that because those fans are a lot closer, so they probably do have to render them at a higher quality.
Would you let the moment define you? Or will you define the moment?
I was about to say, we're not going to see the catch? Aw.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live, winner-take-all, head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing.
Is this the Madden mobile game they were talking about on the pre-show?
Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination.
No, okay,
and it
good.
automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael.
It takes 2 nukes to destroy a base?
Absolutely.
What kind of
All right,
terrible
ladies and
nukes are
gentlemen,
you
we have
using?
an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Who?
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
His opponent.
God, this
fighting
crowd
for the
is
red side of the
so
room,
fucking
a
dead.
competitive
Jesus.
mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
I appreciate the 90s reference, though.
Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the
is.
competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great
Totally.
match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading
Oh,
in. We are ready
God,
to
this.
Here we go.
off as the players' bases have been deployed and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick and Knight being able to reach it a little bit first in a strategy game. That flank position that In Control is going from the top side, also very important as Nick and Knight's forces have to circle around the center.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1. Is he able to get there? Looks like he's getting there. Here comes GDI with a Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry. And like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Yep. Nick and Knight with some attack bikes in the top. There he is.
And In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover.
Please tell me we're not trying to sell a competitive mobile game. Because I seriously question that choice.
The most important objective on the map
I-
is to hold those control zones.
Right, and In Control making a lot
I don't
of
think
progress to that
anyone
far right
wants
side
a
of the
mobile
map.
control,
He's done a great job
a
of holding that
mobile
down.
competitive
And
game.
now he's redeploying
But,
his vehicles to the south side,
okay.
bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger and more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod.
Can,
coming
can we
from the
focus
left
on
side
just
to
the
help
game?
flank.
I don't think you can see him
Flamethrowers,
tapping
right,
the screen.
absolutely. Again, those are going to tear
Because that's
through
all
those
he's doing.
infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south side. That missile passing halfway now.
Oh,
Both
there it is.
two zones
Okay.
in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Let's see if In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for this strategy. Holding those locations is so crucial as In Control begins to secure the northwest spot. Another tank's going to come out from Nick at Night to take it out, but now he's bringing out the Pitbull as well to help lock down that north position.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In Control flanks, he takes the top, that missile,
And that
fires off.
Wow.
And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heady artillery forces are doing
Thank
a great
you.
job at taking control of the map.
Yep.
And we can see as more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north position,
you-
those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those as your economy allows you to get these big
I was about to say, can you destroy
units.
them?
You're going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the
I
field.
assume
In Control just
it's probably
spreading his
not the
forces
most
out, trying to
efficient
hold this advantage that he's had so
this
far.
game.
Nick at Night is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control, blocking and just ripping through again those infantry.
And we see In Control now moving his tank towards this
Another
south
drill
side.
pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, two more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings out the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to
Wow,
firing
look
with
at this.
3 zones In Control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech unit from In Control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip, and this is a watch out for this missile.
And Nick and
There
Knight's
it
gonna
goes.
fire that one off and settle
All right.
for next missile is gonna end it.
Next missile
Which
wins.
player
Let's see what happens.
will have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces.
May I also once
Nick
more
and Knights
point
have a
out that
great
this crowd
upbeat
is
map
fucking
presence, and they're
dead.
also
Jesus.
harassing the economy
No
in
one
the
is
middle.
excited for
Wow.
this.
Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board.
I think you'd even
Nick,
get
if
you
they
get a
control
cheer
get this
for
in
that
position,
second.
it's
This
gonna do
lady.
some
No,
serious
no, no,
damage.
no. The
That
crowd is
missile
just
just
like,
past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit.
Wow.
To deal with those.
A lot going on here.
It's got a lot of range, that big boy, and in control just needs to hold.
This missile is nearly going to fire.
It can be
That's
stolen
80%.
at any.
Where is it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
He's got it, Max.
There it is!
He's gonna take it. Defeating Nick and
That
Knight
was
here
legit.
2-1.
Dude, that was epic.
Amazing. What a match. Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Any thoughts, guys?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was
Thank you
awesome.
so
We saw a
much.
little bit of everything right there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Nathanius, Nick and Knight, and In Control.
so what exactly is this game that you have shown and not shown a title for? Please tell me it's not
Ladies and
Command &
gentlemen,
Conquer.
what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals.
God.
Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile.
I was thinking it was Command and Conquer. So I'm like, this looks like a Command and Conquer art style. Is it Command and Conquer?
That are fueled by skill
Thanks.
and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command and Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an
Yes,
absolute
supporting
blast
the
playing this game.
superior
We can't
OS
wait for you to play.
for phones.
Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
Is it time for Anthem? No, it's Command and Conquer trailer. Here. That CG cutscene looked far more exciting than that fucking game.
Command and Conquer for a new generation.
Yep.
Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things. I am blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams and what I can say about us is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly, that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. For every moment that you invest, we know that you
It's
put
almost
so
like
much
you're
of your life
apologizing
into
for
the games we
all the
make. And for
bullshit you
every
did to
moment you invest,
Battlefront.
you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives.
Oh
As we
god.
think through all
This
the
is
things
just
that we're
one
trying
big
to do,
old we
know
are
that we
sorry
wanna be better
that
and that we wanna make
we
great
tried to
games.
fuck you over with
And that
Battlefront 2.
as much as we love making
We are
games,
super fucking
and as
sorry.
much as you love playing
Please
them,
play our
there's
games
something
and
that is
buy our
even below
games,
that we can do
please.
together. The power of
Know
this
that that is
community
not
where
us
we
anymore.
come together to do amazing things is
For a
profound.
while.
Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday threat. These three organisations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Centre, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organisation, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support.
That might be the loudest
Thousands of
applause.
us at
That's
EA
louder
and
than
millions
half the
of you
games
together
got.
doing
Jeez.
immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
Ah, yes, the thing that you all are here for, because, oh lord, do we not have a whole lot of
Gods vanished and left our world in chaos, creating, altering,
Oh
destroying.
god, that looked like fucking Fallen.
The anthem
Jesus.
is all that remains.
Those are the spinning image of Fallen.
There's a storm coming.
Like, literally, the storm's coming.
Something is out there. It wants to destroy us all.
Yep, that was certainly a trailer for a thing. And only half of it was quick snippets of gameplay.
How cool was that trailer? You guys have seen it a couple times, and it's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because
God,
we're
this
all BioWare fans. So we're going to go to something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard.
Buckle in, folks. We're in for some
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out
talk.
today. Just got a little game to show,
Because
right?
that's exactly what we all love about E3.
So Casey, we're gonna go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's been super satisfying.
The best fans that you have burned hard.
You know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio. And that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game? And we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for Bioware is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story's about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then
So what you're trying to create is an
I
MMO.
come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore.
Can we
or
not
an
beat around the
entirely
bush
new
on this?
storyline
Can
as
we
well.
just say that you're making
Well,
a
I'm
live
certainly
service
not
game,
going to complain about
aka
more
an
story.
MMO?
I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So guys, I
Don't
wanted to ask
sell
you,
us
from a
on
writing
something that
perspective, since you
already
are the lead
don't
writer,
don't
can
beat
you
around the
speak
bush
to what
here.
it's
You
like
are
to
literally
create a
trying to do
new
what
world
this
like
needs.
Anthem from the
You're
beginning?
trying to do what some
Well,
of the other
what's
games
really
have done,
exciting
especially
for us,
Ubisoft with live service.
and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that
Like
we're
everyone
creating
called this
something
already.
new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new
God,
and
this concept
unpredictable
even
ways.
sounds like Destiny.
Storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And then really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we tried to do is
Why are we putting this huge emphasis? Like, BioWare has made a bunch of different properties.
What is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So
this has nothing to do with
Anthem.
Anthem.
And then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that
I don't think anyone was wondering, it's like, how do you come up with a new IP?
That's meant to bring out a certain experience.
It's like any other project. It's just you are starting from scratch instead of have a foundation.
Creatively is to think about principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the
you've shown a whole lot of things. This is the exact same clip you showed our
world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always
You've only got this one B-reel of footage, do you?
Storms,
oh my God! Stop showing it, please.
Yeah, it's a really great concept to write for. Because
that's not even footage. Half of it's concept.
It gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world.
Do you not have another?
Sound like they're gonna come
do you not have other concept art to show?
Even though there's obviously a lot going
not
on,
this clip,
because back to your character.
God.
So let's talk
We
about
are
who we're
literally
going to be
watching a
playing
GIF.
as and why we're
Hey,
fighting
that's new.
PCPs.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exo suits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way they think to weaponize the anthem of creation. And so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and
I was
there
about to
are
say they're
four,
javelins, they're power
and they
suits.
each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally, the Storm.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage it, or the javelin.
I was about to say, so we have a magic class, a speed class,
So
a
really what this
general
allows us to
all-around
do
class,
is
and then a tank
build the
class.
suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things, really designed for up-close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
Yeah, tank class.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too.
Are we not going to talk about the other
javelins are awesome, but we're
two?
going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the suit.
I saw that in 7 armor.
Teams to be able to do this as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long
I saw that
period of
Mass Effect
time,
reference.
We really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How, when, loot box, cosmetics?
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means
walk
no
that
ability
right
to
on
spend
back,
money
cause
on
that's
gameplay
the
advantage
company
at all within
mandate.
Anthem. But even more important
Because
than that,
we
wanna
don't
make sure
need
that
more
Anthem
trouble than
is
we
an immersive
made
experience
for
that feels like
ourselves.
it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey, we talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So I think here we're going to see the Colossus, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above. And then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun, even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope.
I'm curious
that
if they're going to
everyone
run
at least
into the
gives
same
co-op a
writing
try.
issues that
Okay, that's good to know.
Destiny
If you want to
has,
roll
or
solo,
you
can,
are the
but it's
hero.
gonna be a little bit more difficult.
Next in line, you are the hero.
You all are on
Next
the
in
edges
line,
of your
you
seats.
are the
How
hero.
about we show a little gameplay. Yeah? You guys want that? All right, so Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your
Who are
forward
these
base of
fallen-looking motherfuckers?
You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Is it going to be the wonderful co-op dialogue that we had last year? Ah, yes, only on Frostbite. Because maybe now we know how to work Frostbite.
Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
This music sounds too loud to be in the gameplay.
Right. Checking out the Scar Camp some more.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly.
Yeah, I swear this audio sounds... The music sounds too loud to have been the gameplay audio. Also, we're not getting the coherent demo. Because we were kind of jumping all over the place. Oh, the shield's got its own health meter. So you can't block forever.
There's a Shaker relic. Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you? See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
What happened to the